Right. So, but I thought that was great. He put it on the audience and was like, you all didn't want a reunion. If we had a RHONY reunion, none of you would have watched.
He's just genius. It's
Genius.
so good.
But the thing about, but I agree, but I do agree with you. Rinna and everyone will be invited back. The only wrench, we have a wrench, which I don't know. At some point we have to talk about Kathy Hilton. I mean, that's really because Kathy gave an interview at BravoCon where she said, I mean, she was asked, will you return with the current cast? And she says, Sarah's making a face, she says, with the current cast? She's like, no, I would not return with the current cast. Now that's such a convenient answer because now if like Diana doesn't come back, and she's not coming back, Kathy could say, well, I said I wouldn't return with the current cast, but you know, Diana's not there, so I didn't lie. Let's face it, Kathy, you meant Rinna, and Bravo don't like these ultimatums. And you know, Kathy even said, but it doesn't matter, I'm a friend of, and I don't know, I agree with you. I don't think they're firing Rinna. I don't think so.
No, absolutely not. And by the way, from, you know, and you can speak to this, but everyone that I've spoken to that was at BravoCon says Kathy it was like seeing the president of the United States. It was security around her. She was mobbed. People were yelling her name. Do you think Kathy Hilton, why is Kathy Hilton on that show? She doesn't need the money. She doesn't need the fame. She is on there purely because she loves the fame. Loves the fame, loves the spotlight, wants to promote that damn tequila. I heard from multiple people everywhere they went all weekend. She was hauling around that damn tequila. I don't even know the name of it. I couldn't even tell you. But look, she loves the spotlight. You think she's not coming back? She gets to do whatever she wants. She gets to film when she wants. She is 100% coming back, even with Rinna there. Diana's gone. I don't know if we want to jump back to the first part of the RHOBH reunion. I mean, you lead the way, but it was.
Let's do that. But before we get there, to answer your question, because I can confirm, yes, Kathy was that at Bravo. It was the hit. I mean, look, Andy walking through. So look, I went to BravoCon in 2019 also. There were differences with this one. Besides the fact that it was in one place, the marketplace for the other one was really small. Nobody had a booth. Like, you know, Luann did, and like Jill Zarin had her rugs, but it wasn't like the Wild West in terms of like, I don't know, at least at the last one, you had to pay. You had to pay for space. I don't know if everyone there had to pay for space on this one, but I mean, this was like Brooks Marks tracksuits sold out within seconds. The second day, Brooks Marks tracksuit sold out. Then you have Carolyn Stanberry and Sergio. Carolyn says, well, I must be a horrible person. That's her thing. She had sweatshirt that said, I'm a horrible person. Then you had Gertie Design. Sutton had the big Sutton sign. I mean, I was looking at fucking like Sutton. You realize the reason of the marketplace is to make money. Girl, I think you spent money on this pop-up. I mean, it was Sutton's trucks. You had like the Sutton store there, but it was like the neon sign and the paper. And I'm like, you know, most people are like, Carolyn Stanberry, $2. You want to shut like Sutton's like, I'm like, Sutton, girl, the point is you're supposed to make money. This is like an actual business. La Dame, Miss the Grande Dame had her Grande Dame perfume being sold.
The Grande Dame.
So it was different in the sense that like you were really there. I mean, you're also paid at least the last time $5,000 a day. I don't know how much this time, but so you were there. So like a Carolyn Stanberry would be at her booth. Now, when it was time for the Dubai panel and all the panels, the person would leave the booth and go to do their panel, but you were really selling. Now, not everybody, but the amount of people that had booths. Gigi, Miss Golnessa was there selling dildos. So it's like, you know, I understand why you go if you're a Bravo celebrity. A, you're being paid money, and B, you're like making money. I mean, the Brooks Marks shit sold out all the days. Yes.
I mean, look, I've said it numerous times.
Yes.
There's two things that I walked away from this weekend realizing. One is just the genius that Andy Cohen is. I don't think people appreciate how amazing this man is, like the television. And two, I was watching, I had the most FOMO I've ever had because I wasn't there, and I was kicking myself for not spending the $2,500 on VIP and fucking going. I should have been there. Anyway, but the other thing is, I've said it before, this show, more than any other show, has created institutional wealth for women of every single background. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian. I mean, gay men, younger women, daughters. To me, I don't think people get how this franchise has changed people's lives, their grandchildren's lives. I mean, Candy Burris, Kenya, all these women, Sheba Sheree would never have gone anywhere. And now it has legs for the next 5 years. She's going to sell basically Shein tracksuits with her logo.
Chloe Grace Moretz was just on with Kyle. She's a huge Housewives fan. Chloe Grace Moretz was on Watch What Happens. And she said her goal in life is to basically buy every product. I'm paraphrasing, but she's like, I would like to buy every product that is on the She by Sheree website. There is an obsession like I've never had before. I want a sweatshirt that says She by Sheree. Sign me up. Sign me up.
I just looked at that and I'm like, and the other thing I think is so important is almost 90% of every single woman on that stage was over the age of 40. And what an ultimate fuck you to Hollywood, where for years it has been, I don't even care. I mean, Lucy Arnett, I mean, basically her career was over at 38, 39, 40 years old. I mean, one of the biggest stars in Hollywood 50 years ago. To see almost every woman on that stage over the age of 40 and people losing their minds for these women, losing their minds for 60-year-old Kathy Hilton, to me is like, we've changed the game. I mean, we've changed the television game.
We've changed the game. And I really would like to know look, there are courses at colleges about housewives. Like I would love to know, look, I mean, Hollywood has changed also. Like you look at Julia Roberts and Nicole Kidman, but I would like to know, of course, these things existed before Housewives, but I'd like to know how really Housewives affected Hollywood. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It all kind of was happening at the same time in fluidness. Do you know what I'm saying? Like maybe Hollywood was a little before that. I mean, it was like, I understand how it all works, but I still think it has to have had some effects. I agree. I agree.
Look, I can tell you as someone who's moved to Los Angeles just 9 months ago, one of the biggest misconceptions I can tell you is there are people of all ages working in every facet of Hollywood here, which when you're on the East Coast, I think the perception is, well, if you don't move there when you're 24, what do you have? To me, I'm so glad I moved to this city in my late 30s. I'd be dead if I moved here at 23. I'd be dead of like a cocaine overdose. This city, so many people, I'm telling you, I do stand up now. Half of the stand-up comedians are women over the age of 40 who are on stage getting booked, have agents. I think that show is so influential in so many ways. And I mean, just even in paving the way for gay men. And, I think